Okay, to make cockpit in the new update, you'll need hollow fuselages because the regular one, the one which is filled from the inside, won't help you put the basic or the basic frame or the modern frame properly. So just stack 5 of them or 6 of them together and keep the size 1 or even less. The lesser the better because you'll be able to fine tune it more. Then take out any choice of frame. It doesn't really matter, it's just the looks, like whatever you like. And we don't need the canopy right now, so and then just take out any seat you want, regular, modern or basic seat. It again doesn't matter, it's just what you prefer. And you can see a holographic human there just to show you how it would look like in a VR point of view. Okay, so now I would rather prefer a modern seat because I don't like the basic seat, personal opinion. Okay, I will, before making the cutout of the cockpit, I'll just edit the cockpit itself. Like I'll put some gauges and explain what each of them is. Okay, so let me just get the camera ready. Okay, so as you can see, there's a gauge option. This can be it can be edited so much. I haven't even figured out every single thing myself. I'll make another video just regarding the gauge because there's so much things I can explain to you about. And this over here is an altitude indicator. Like it just shows you if your plane is straight or not. The throttle, the yoke, and that can be whatever the design you prefer. Again, it doesn't really matter, it's just how it looks. Man, this camera setting is very irritating. Where did it go? Where is it? How did I reach? How? And it's not working. I cannot scroll back. Okay, this is very, very irritating right now. I'll just have to go back and start again so it comes in the middle. Finally. Okay, I don't know what happened right there, but I didn't like it. Okay, okay, I'll just attach the cockpit to the cockpit that I'm making so that the camera centers on that. Okay, I hate this camera setting. Here's a pro tip: press Control while you're moving, otherwise you'll select all the stuff that's in your way. If you press Control, it won't select anything that's on your way, so it will just move the camera except selecting it. I had to learn that the hard way. I'll just fast forward this part. Where did it go? I think it's happening because of the fuselages behind it, so I'll just delete those. I don't need it right now anyway. Because I'm editing the gauges right now. See, I pressed Control right there, so it didn't select the seat. Okay, now let's start editing the interior of the cockpit. I like this update a lot because before I had to just like put a fuselage on top of another fuselage and like put a shine to it just to show it's a cockpit, and there was nothing really inside of it. So now it's much better. You can put this controller for just show like you can control anything from it. I'll just put another horizontally over there. Okay, so that's it, and you can see the hand so that it shows that if a person is in VR, he can reach it or not. Okay, okay, so now let's edit what this shows. I want to show a compass from the first one, and the scale was so huge I had to like bring it down to 125, and then I'll make this one the fuel, like it represents the fuel, and the top left one will remain for the speed, and this one will be my throttle power. I'll just put another one because it will look better. And over here you can see I'm just clicking the preset button, and it has a lot of presets for every single type of gauge, so you don't have to edit so much. So, and there are a lot of options for the speed one, speed 200, 400 and 600, and so depending on the top speed of your plane. I'll set this one at altitude. Okay, so this top one is like very, very high, so I'll just bring it down a bit, and Now I'll just set the axis, the y-axis, which will control up and down of the gauge, and make the one parallel to it in this similar y-axis, so it looks better and symmetrical. I'll do the same for the bottom one also. I'll just copy the y value and paste it on the other one. That's that. And now I'll set the altitude indicator in the same x-axis. X-axis is the setting for right and left. So I'll copy the x-axis of the top one and paste it in the altitude indicator so that it aligns with it, or vice versa, you can do any of them. So now that's aligned. I'll just align these switches now in the same y-axis. Oops. Okay, I think this one on the right side is very much on the right, so I'll just bring it a bit left to make it more symmetrical. Okay, I think the interior is finished now. Okay, so now let's start with the actual place where the cockpit will be. I'll just take out few beep hollow fuselages. It makes the H and the F. Okay, so I'll just stack them side by side each other, and remember, like, the smaller they are, the more fine tuning you will be able to do, because that's how it works, that's how the editing system works. Okay, so I'll just make this one, I'll edit the one, and then I'll right click and drag it out so that it copies and has all the features I want. I'll just increase the thickness from now. We don't need any angle right now, so okay. Now I'll just take that and copy it 3 or 4 times. Okay, so now if I try to vertical fill it, or like rather remove from the top, as you can see, I chose the backward end of the last fuselage, so it will remove the ending from the back one and from the front one of the on the left side of it, like it scoops from 2 fuselages together because it's joined. Okay, I'll now color this red and white so that it's easier for me to see. Like, it will help you, I'm telling you, it will help you distinguish between the fuselages. And now you can just vertical fill all the fuselages edges so that it has the gap for you to put in the cockpit you just made, and you can edit it however you want. See, if I had added much smaller fuselages, then it would take more time to edit it, but it would be much more according to my preference. I'll just this is just me editing the cockpit as per me, so I'll just fast forward this part. Okay, so now that I have done that, I'll just bring the cockpit in, and always remember, put the seat in the cockpit first before you put the frame of the cockpit inside the hole you have made. Okay, so I'll just align it however I want, put it in the front or the back, and remember, like, I'll reduce the thickness right now because the thickness was coming inside of the gauges, like the frame, so I'll reduce that, but don't reduce it so much that it becomes like it shows you the outside area, like it just disappears from the inside. As you can see, there's a glitch. I can see the outside area from here, but I cannot see the inside from the outside, if you know what I mean. Okay, never mind about that. I'll just increase the thickness a bit so that it looks a little more durable. And now I'll reduce the thickness of every other fuselage so it just doesn't bulge out. Okay, I made this assembly before I made this video. It's just a hollow fuselage with a lot of vertical fill. It's just a front part for the canopy. It just makes it look better, and it helps me hide if it's bulging out. The canopy is like too huge, like sometimes too big or long, so it sometimes bulges out, so this helps me hide it. So okay, I'm just trying to find a place to attach the canopy right now. I'll just hide the cockpit. Okay, so now I'll put the canopy, I'll try to put the canopy on top of it. Oops, I put some opacity in the glass. Let me just correct its way, and now I'll put it on the top. Okay, now that's that. Now let's remove the opacity from it first. Okay, now as you can see, like it's not completely covering the whole part. Like there's a lot of gap between the fuselage and the canopy's bottom part. Okay, I'll put that sub-assembly that I had made earlier and try to align the canopy with it. Okay, I think that's what I'll get at the maximum with the alignment, because it doesn't snap with the fuselage I just put. It will snap with the bottom fuselage, the main fuselage. Now I'll just try to reduce the gap by decreasing the vertical fill. But if I like decrease it too much, the gap on the front will also on the top will also disappear. So I think I'll have to push the canopy down itself a bit. I'll align it even more using the mod and push it down. Okay, that's a bit better, but there's still a lot of gap left. I'll just push it down. Okay, so I'll just fast forward this part, and but you'll be able to see it perfectly. I'll just fast forward so that I don't waste your time in this, because it will take me a lot of time to get this right. Okay, now that's done, so I'll add a blocked canopy for now. I'll use the regular one later. I'll link both of them in the description of this video. Okay, now I'll just fast forward it again until I put it in the proper place. Now I'll add the normal canopy on it. This canopy actually can open from the back like a door, so that looks cool, but you have to assign a button for it. So you can like one of the switches that we have put inside the cockpit can be used to open this canopy. I'll again just fast forward it until I put it in the right place. Okay, so that's the normal Canopy version. Okay, guys, as you know, I'll put the link to these in the description below. And if you have any queries, you can comment it down, and I'll reply to them as soon as I can. And thank you for watching this video.